welcome back to my channel. It's Ayanna here. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hey girl, hey. I am back today with another girl talk video. You guys must have enjoyed that video, so I'm doing a part 2 as I plan to do so anyway. Today I do have wine. The wine I'm trying today is called Gnarly Head. I got this from the Fresh Market. And I also got questions about my wine glass, which is really cute. It's like a diva on the front with a little fro and an earring. I got this from my cousins. They have a shop downtown called Savvy Sisters. It's really cute. It's glitter on the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to be drinking wine today, and we're just going to have a little chit chat. I also made up a name, guys. What do y'all think? Can y'all see me for there? Okay. What do y'all think about the name? I'm always like, hey girl. So it just totally fits me about the name. Hey girl, let's talk about it. What do y'all think about that? I'm thinking that's going to be the name for the series. Hey girl, let's talk about it. Meaning, you know, girl, what's up? What you want to talk about? You can leave me comments down below if you have anything you like to talk about. You can send me a message on IG, on Instagram if you want to remain anonymous. I'll put my Instagram right here. You know, and if you don't follow me there, go ahead and do that. So yeah, today we're back with a girl talk video, and today is going to be part 2 of relationship talk. Right after I made that video, there was a huge blow up everywhere talking about Miss Lori Harvey, little Princess Lori Harvey. So the topic that I want to talk about is pretty much, kind of like the same thing that I talked about last week. However, we're going to include Lori Harvey this week. A lot of people were calling her hoes and saying, you know, she trifling or spreading her body thin or whatever. Listen, my opinion, this is not your opinion. You do not have to, you know, agree with me. You can totally agree with everybody else. My opinion is this girl is young, single, and living her, well, she was single and living her life. She had a few counterparts throughout the year or the last year or two, but I mean, she's a young girl, she's dating, she's single. I didn't read too much about her because I really don't care that much, but since it was a huge topic, they said she used to be engaged. I'm not sure how long she was engaged. However, you know, you don't know what caused her to leave that relationship. Pretty sure she probably broke it off. Men generally do not end relationships. They'll hold on for whatever. So I don't know the guy. I'm not putting the blame on him, but more than likely it was Lori that ended the relationship. She probably got tired of whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I don't even know who she was engaged to. But the relationship ended, so now she feels like she's living her life. What most people don't realize is when a woman is in a relationship, a good woman, a great woman, I don't know her, but I'm assuming she's a good girl, as many men are after her. She probably dedicated her life to this man. You know, she was put on lockdown very young. She's only 24. She just turned 24. So she probably didn't get to live her life. She probably didn't get to do things that she wanted to do. So now she's free. She's out here dating. And secondly, Miss Lori is not out here talking to Jamal on the corner or Boo Boo, Dante and them. You know, she's out here. She has an elite roster. You know, these men are rich, successful stars. You know, she could date anybody. I think she's a pretty girl. Some people were even saying, oh, she's not that cute. Like, that girl is pretty, naturally pretty. Don't nobody want to look like a damn Barbie all the time. She has big full lips, beautiful brown skin. Why? Because she's not light skinned. She's not pretty to you. She is beautiful to me. I mean, and clearly to these men out here, because they want her. So I want to say that, no, I don't think she's a hoe. And I want to tell all the ladies out here, if you're single, do not let these men tell you or make you feel like you can only date them because they date. And then even if they're not dating, so what? You do what you want to do. If you don't want to date, fine. If you want to put your time all into one man, that is totally up to you. I'm not knocking nobody that does that, because I have done it. But there's a time in your life where you just want to feel free. You want to find out what else is out there. She clearly was not liking the way she was treated with these men, so she moved on with her life. What's wrong with dating? Just because she's dating does not mean she's sleeping with these men. That's the killer part for me. How is she a hoe? Because she out here dating. This lady is at venues, private islands, private jets, getting flued out. Period. Period. And they're like, oh, if somebody flying you out, you're having sex. Listen here. That don't mean a damn thing. I will get flued out and get to the hotel and ask for a double bed, okay? Just because she's going somewhere with somebody does not mean she's having sex. I'm not saying she's not because I wasn't there, but I'm just assuming she isn't out here having sex with everybody she's sleeping with. That's not called dating. That's called sleeping around, and that's not what I don't think she's doing that. So I think that she's out here having fun. They're like, oh, because it's Diddy or the type of man she date. they're not just taking anybody out of town to have sex with. You got to remember, she's not no little corner girl neither. This is a successful model. She's the daughter of a millionaire. Her mother is the queen of getting a man, okay? She's out here doing what she has to do to get the type of life she wants. She's not staying in no miserable relationship. She clearly wasn't happy, so she moved on. I mean, what did y'all expect? I'm not gonna say y'all because I don't even know if it's y'all, but people expect, like, what did you want her to be, future 10th baby mama? Or she was supposed to sit around and waste years and years and years with Diddy? You know, like, I'm not even gonna say waste years, but Cassie spent a lot of time with Diddy to find the love of her life that very next year after breaking up with him, and now she has been blessed with 2 kids. She wasn't having that life with Diddy, and Diddy was in love with Kim Porter. She's supposed to spend all her time putting work into this man when he in love with somebody else. You know, you don't know what Lori did with Diddy. And furthermore, she said they were just friends. Like, who wouldn't want to be friends with Diddy? If Diddy wants to take me to a private island, fine, I'm gonna go. That doesn't mean I'm having sex. Who, name one person that would not want to be friends with Diddy? I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about anything sexual. I'm talking about pure friends. That's a great life to live. Everything's probably free. Luxury, everything. This is a man of stature. Who would not want to be his friend? What's wrong with that? So yeah, on the Lori Harvey subject, Lori Harvey, I would just say, mind y'all business. Let that girl live her life. She ain't out here trying to mess with. It was mostly men degrading her, and some women too. Some women are like, oh yeah, she a hoe. These same women have been in relationships for 10, 15 years with their baby daddy. They argue with 7 different females online. He done got 2 kids on her, 10 years. You already know what it is. But they got a 5-year-old. He has a 5-year-old child out of wedlock or whatever the case may be. And I'm not knocking anybody that does that. It's just like, everybody don't want to go through that. Every black woman does not. Now I'm going to repeat this.
Does not have to go through hell to find love.
It seems like it's normal for black women to feel like they gotta struggle before they find happiness. That's not true. Nobody, you see the Kardashians, they're moving on, honey. The Kardashians, J-Lo, there's plenty of women that are just like, okay, next. Khloe Kardashian, honey, well now she's pretty much wrapped in a Tristan Thompson. I guess it's the child, I don't know, but before Khloe would be like next. Kim too. Only person that was with one guy forever was Courtney. And that is her choice. Nobody has to stay there and do that. What I am saying is, you either gonna get out here and be happy, find your happiness, or you're gonna stay in a miserable relationship. Everybody don't want to do that. Everybody don't want to argue with Jamal every 90 days about a different woman, or because he don't want to get a job, or because he don't got no ambition, or because he's comfortable where y'all at and you're not. Nobody wants to keep arguing with a man about the same old shit. Okay? Lori was not Harvey, so Lori was not happy. So she moved on with her life with the men she was dating. There's nothing wrong with that. Men were literally online, like, and it's mostly men, like I said. They're going to tell you that because they don't want their woman out here dating. They feel like, oh, she's spread thin, or, oh, well, don't talk to me then. Ain't nobody out here checking for you anyway. Don't talk to me because I'm going to date. And that's what Miss Lori is doing, and I applaud her for that. Because, baby, listen, you cannot make a woman be miserable because you're not ready to grow up. A woman is, like I said in my last video, I'm going to put that video up here if you haven't seen it. If, like I said in my last video, she's only going to tell you things that she wants so many times before, you know, she moves on. Some women, she might say it once, you don't fix it, bye. Some women, it might take 10 years, but she's going to leave you, and you're going to be sorry. Most men are, all the time, crying. What I got to do? All you had to do was what I've been telling you to do, Chauncey. Like, that's it. Leave Tamika, Tatanika, and all these other hoes alone. Get a job. Have some ambition in your life. That's all you had to do. Now it's too late, because for the women that wait 10 years to leave, all that time that she's telling you to do something else is building up hate for you. Like, nobody wants to be a tape recorder. It's building up hate. Like 10 years of me telling you, I'm sick of you messing with these hoes. I'm sick of you I'm sick of having to argue with different females over you. And it may not even be the dude doing. Some females are vindictive and do just try to ruin relationships. But you check that bitch. I shouldn't have to say a word to nobody about my man, because you ain't got to argue with not nan man about me. She's going to get sick of that. And it's really sad that some women feel like that's love. Like that's all that's out there. Like, okay, if I don't do this with him, somebody else gonna do it to me. And that's not always true. If you keep going after the same man, yes, it probably is gonna happen. But men, grow up. Just like, okay, this is a different topic. People will be like, oh, he treated her like crap, he gonna treat you like crap. That may be true, but it's not always true. Okay? It's not always true. A man is gonna treat a woman differently. He might used to talk to hood rat Shaniqua. Now he got Grand Dame. If you watch House of Housewives of Potomac, Grand Dame little Ashley over here. He's not gonna treat y'all the same. He might still run off or do whatever, but Ashley's gonna get more gifts. Ashley's gonna get more respect. Ashley's gonna get more of what she wants, because he know he has to change to adapt to this woman that he's with if he wants to keep her. Ashley might take his shit long time too, but he's still gonna change his ways for her. And if he don't change, he's gonna get the boot. Ain't gonna be no keep coming back, running back. Yeah, young girls doing that. Keep taking it back, keep taking it back. Nobody got time to wait. And a lot of young girls not even doing that no more. These girls are moving on, honey. These men out here singing sad love songs. Out here riding around listening to Nelly and Kelly. Love you. And I need you. Nelly, I love you and I need you, because they're sad as hell without that girl. I miss you. What I gotta do to come back? All that. All you had to do was what she told you to do. Okay? So y'all can stop saying that too. Like, what made you think he gonna treat you any different? He did. Now, how you feel about that? He treated me very different. You ain't see me arguing. You ain't see me doing none of that dumb stuff, because he treated me different. He, like I said, men might still be out here doing whatever, but they're gonna hide it different because they know they can't get away with all this type of shit with a different type of woman, and they just grow up. Like, he might have dogged Shaniqua might have dogged Shaniqua when he was 21, and now he's dating Ashley when he's 30. A man mature too. It takes them a while, long while, but they mature too. So he might be like, all right, I can't do this no more. So things are a little different. He treated her differently, and that's okay. But you cannot compare apples to oranges, because he might love her better. Her coochie might be better. Her environment might be better. She might have kids. Maybe Shaniqua didn't. She might not have kids. Maybe Shaniqua had 3. All things change depending on how a man loves a woman. Okay? So y'all can stop saying that too. My other topic I wanted to discuss, I'm done talking about Lori, because that's just been a huge topic. And honey, let that little lady live her life. Princess Lori, that's what I call her. And her boyfriend, she's with Michael B. Jordan. They're calling him the Denzel of of this generation. He's a good actor, but I don't think he's Denzel, but he's a great actor. But he has no problem with what she's been doing. He's on here buying her gifts. Happy birthday, Turtle, on Instagram and all types of stuff. They gave her a nickname. He liked little Miss Lori, and that's all that matters. Okay, so that's it on that topic. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, standards. It's okay for women to have standards. Men seem to be offended by this. Like, if a woman says, or a man has to make, I seen the topic, who did this? I don't know, but a man has to make as much money as me, or more. What's wrong with that? Only people that get offended by that are men that don't make as much money as you, or more. Or he has to have, I mean, now if you're being ridiculous, like, oh, he got to have a Ferrari, he need to have a private jet, or I'm not dealing with him. That's a little outrageous, girl, but whatever, boo, do you. If that's your standards, that's your standards. But I mean, simple stuff like, he gonna have to respect me. He has to respect me. He has to have a job. He has to have a car. Period. What's wrong with those type of standards? If you have those, I mean, you can't be, I don't think you should be requesting stuff if you don't have it. Like, if you don't have a car, I don't think it's in your nature to be like, oh, he has to have a car. Like, what difference does it make? Y'all both need to be catching the bus. You can't downplay somebody else when you don't have it either. But what I can say is, like, a standard for me, I don't really care for kids. I want a child of my own, but I don't really like other people's kids. I hate to say that, I'm sorry. But I don't like kids. I like babies up until about age 4. They're really cute, adorable. I love them. But that age from probably about like 5 to about 12, I just don't like them. They ask too many questions. They always touch us. I don't have a kid-friendly environment. They're always touching stuff. Can I see your phone? Can I play a game on your phone? No. Leave me alone. I like silence. I like quiet. So to me, that's just one of my standards that I have. Like, I'm at the point where I don't want to talk to a man with kids between the ages of like 5 and 12. Because, I mean, if you're a good dad, which I would hope you would be, they would have to be around. And I would never be mean to a child, but I just don't want to be around your kids. Like, I don't like kids. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't have kids. So, now if I had 3 babies running around here and somebody, I don't want to mate with kids, huh? That would be kind of stupid. And I wouldn't do a thing like that. How you think men feel? Like, and that goes for men too. If you got 10 damn kids, you can't be requesting a woman with no kids. You can't do that, Chauncey. You got a whole damn Brady Bunch. You gonna take whatever she got to give you and move on with your life. Because more than likely you studied her, or you done looked at her social media. She done posted her kids at one point. You know she got kids, so you can't be all like, oh, I don't like kids and all this. But don't try to talk to me then. You done scoped her out. You already know what it is she wants. So I think standards is a great thing to have. You don't have to have them. You can date anybody you want. But once you get older, you start to be like, okay, basic requirements are a must. Nobody wants to be out here trying to build nobody up. Okay? So, I don't mind helping, you know, like give you some motivation. But when you have a certain age, I shouldn't have to motivate you to do simple shit. Get a job. And if you don't want to work a job, start your own business. Just take the steps. So show some initiative. I'm not saying you got to be Bill Gates out here, but you got to at least show some initiative. And I don't mean just talking about it. I mean do something. Are you in school? Have you signed up on a government website for your corporation or whatever it is you're trying to do? You know, you just sitting around talking, yapping. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. Okay. And I'm going to be a supermodel too. You know, nobody wants to hear that shit. Do something about it. But there's nothing wrong with having standards. I can't stand to see men say, you can't have no standards. You can't tell nobody to have a car. You can't tell nobody to have a job. I can tell anybody to do exactly what I want because I have a car, I have a job. I take care of myself just fine. I can tell you whatever I want to tell you. And what difference does it matter to you? Don't talk to me if you don't meet those standards. Only men that complain about stuff like that are usually men who can't up the bar. They don't have a job, they don't have a car. Maybe they feel like their job is not good enough or their car is not good enough. That's fine. There's somebody out there for you. That's just not me. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just like you might be like, oh, my girl gotta have a big ass, a flat stomach, no kids, big ass flat stomach, no kids, and she gotta work for corporate America. Nobody can tell you not to feel like that, Chauncey. Now, if you don't have those things, yeah, it's kind of stupid of you to think like that. But if you do, nobody can tell you not to feel like that. That's fine. That means those are the type of girls you go after. If you see Shaniqua ain't got none of those qualities, no job, no car, 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, but you want a woman that works for corporate America, no kids, good credit score, etc., then don't try to talk to Shaniqua and change her. That's what she is. That's who she is, boy. But if you see Ashley out here doing her thing, then that is the type of woman you go for. I know they say opposites attract, but when you get a certain age, honey, them opposites ain't what it is. Unless the opposite is willing to change. If they're just stuck on stupid or being plumb dumb out here doing, you know, the same shit they was doing 10 years ago and have no motivation to get up and change, then, you know, let them do what they do and it's not going to be with you. You cannot disqualify someone for their standards or what they want. How can you tell me I can't have what I want because you don't have it? Because you don't meet those qualifications. If you don't meet them, then I am not for you or she is not for you. You ain't for her if she don't meet them, etc. Like, it does not matter what somebody wants. Everybody is entitled to get what they want. And that's the thing, a lot of people have been settling. I have settled in the past. You know, you're like, oh, he's cute or oh, she's cute. I'm going to see the potential in the person. And we're going to work it out. Potential is sometimes just that. Potential. You can see the stars for a person. But if all they see is the damn couch in their mama's living room, then that's just what it's going to be. Like I said, nobody wants to build nobody up. Potential is sometimes only potential. You got to do what you got to do and find a person that's really for you, if that's what you like. If you want to be out here playing teacher, playing mama to somebody, or playing daddy to somebody, go ahead, do your thing. Nobody's knocking you. I'm just telling you, instead of all this back and forth debating on Facebook and Instagram and all that, oh, she don't deserve this. That shit pisses me off, because who are you to tell somebody what they deserve? Baby, it don't matter if she got 3 kids or 10 kids. You don't get to tell nobody what they deserve. And if that's not the type of woman you're going for, then don't go for her. Ain't nobody making you choose her. Somebody put a gun in your head and said, talk to Shaniqua with three different baby daddies. Nobody said that. Okay? You don't have to do it. Stop downgrading women. Black women in particular. I can't stand when y'all do that shit. If you want to date outside your race, fine. But don't downgrade black women in the process. Do you. There's black women that date white men out here. They're not out here like, oh, these black men, they're too argumentative or whatever. No, they're just moving on to Chad because they're tired of getting treated like shit by Darnell. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all be like, men be like, oh, she's argumentative, she doesn't do this, or she doesn't let me put shit in her name. Ain't nobody required to do that. You're a grown man. And I can argue with you about what I want to argue with you about. Do what I asked you to do. We want to argue. No, but I mean, be reasonable. Be in a respectable relationship where you guys are equally yoked. If you're equally yoked with someone, so a lot of stuff wouldn't even be an argument. You wouldn't have to argue about somebody. Like I said, you get with people that's not up to your standards. You get with Shaniqua, and that's not what you're looking for. So you're arguing constantly arguing. So then you go and find Becky that's gonna do whatever you ask for, because Becky over here got her shit together, and that's fine. But do not downgrade or down talk Shaniqua in the process. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. I can't stand that. And so many men on TikTok, like the viral TikToks of black men, and it's one that's like, my mom thinking I'm gonna date a black woman, and they're looking like disgusted by a black woman, and it's kind of like, damn, why do y'all feel like that? What's wrong with black women? What's wrong with, it ain't nothing wrong with black women. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, boy, that you feel like you gotta be disgusted by black women? If you date white women, that's fine. Nobody's knocking you for that. Chinese women, Arabian women, whatever it is you like. Don't downgrade a sister because that's what you like. Your mama's black, so you don't like your mama? Why are you so disgusted by a black woman because she don't listen to everything you say? Oh, we're too argumentative, or we're too opinionated, or we don't listen. This is not the 1910s. We're in year 2021. We don't gotta listen to you. We're gonna take what you want into consideration, and if we respect you and we're equally together and we have a mutual understanding, then things are gonna be peaches and cream. But if you out here, you know, doing whatever you want to do and expecting us to just sit back and let that happen, that's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that all white women just let everything fly, because I don't know. I've never been in a relationship with a white woman, so I don't know, but this is what a lot of black men say, and it irritates the hell out of me. Stop doing that. Y'all get on my damn nerves. Is there any other topic I can think of? I don't know. Let me see. I was going to do this mukbang style, but I decided to wait and save my mukbangs for all my juicy little story times that I have. So, the last topic is the 90-day rule. Do you think women should wait the 90-day rule? Miss Harvey's stepdad, Steve Harvey, said, no, why wait? You know, you might not like it. You wasted 90 days of your life, and you might not like the sex after 90 days. So how do you feel about that? I don't feel like it necessarily has to be a time frame on when you want to have sex with someone, but I'm definitely not doing it on the first night. Do I think 90 days is extreme? No. Sometimes you're happy with it, sometimes you're disappointed. And that's just what it is. So do what you want to do. Don't let people out here tell you when you can give your box out. That's your coochie. If you want to screw Johnny on the first night, go right ahead, ma'am. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that's not something that I would do. One dinner does not equal a treat from me for you. You wanted to take me out, so that's what you did. I don't owe you nothing. I ain't got to give you anything. So if you want to wait 90 days, 6 months, a year, you tell that guy up front. I mean, it does not have to be the first night. Because personally, I think any man that's expecting sex on the first night is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's degrading. And it's predatory. Like, oh, because you bought me a meal, you deserve some coochie from me? No. Move on to the next one, Chauncey, because you ain't getting shit over here. And you should not think like that. You should not raise your sons to think like that. And the men that are grown watching this, if you think like that, that's, like I said, it's predatory. I feel like you're a predator. Oh, because I took her to wherever you take her. So I took her to Benihana. Oh, I'm about to get some from her. Like, what? You ain't getting shit from me. And you shouldn't be getting shit from anybody else. But if that's what they want to do, be my guest. But don't expect it. That's predatory. Like, because you spent $100 on a meal, you think that's worth some coochie? Do you? I think that's really stupid and you're disgusting. Stop thinking that. So ladies, if you want to wait 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, 6 months, whatever your standard is, do you. Don't let these men talk you into feeling like you owe them something, because that's a body on you. That's somebody inside of you. Do not let them make you feel like you owe them anything. There's men out here who wait years to have sex with their wives. They don't even have sex until they get married. So what makes you think you got to give Darnell the coochie because he's just spent $100 on some food? Thank you for dinner, sir. Have a nice night. Peace. And that's it. People really out here, like, I don't know how y'all, I see young girls like, oh, he took me to dinner, like that's tricking or something. This dinner is food. That's not tricking, but that's a whole nother topic. It's food, and if that's the least he can do, you don't owe him no coochie for that. But like I said, that's the end of that topic. I'll talk about that on another video because we already been in this for about 25-30 minutes, I think. So that's the last topic for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Can't even talk. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to put my last video up here. If you have not watched that, check it out. It's Girl Talk also, talking about relationships and how I think some women and men are pathetic with the shit they settle for or the shit that they accept. And if you have not already, be sure to subscribe. Comment down below and let me know if you have any other topics you'd like to discuss. And also, I'll put my Instagram somewhere on here. And you can follow me on there. You can also DM me and let me know if you have any other questions or if any other topics you want to talk about. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, honeys.